Let's find 20% of 50. I'm going to use this graphic organizer called a estimation tree in conjunction with creating an equation to solve this proportion problem. So first, to estimate, let's look at the problem. What is 20% of 50? 50 is the whole. That's 100%. So I'm circling the 50, which is 100%. And this has got a dotted line to help you out templating the first one. 100% here is 50. So we enter that in this graphic organizer. That's 100%. And we're going to come up with some benchmarks. So if that's 100%, what's 0% down here? Well, that's going to be 0. What's 50%? Let's cut it in half. Half of 50, 25. 10%. Notice how 10% looks like 100%. Just the decimal points moved once. We're going to do the same thing. Pretend it's 100% for a second, and then move the decimal point one spot to the left. There's 10%, 5. All right, we're trying to find 20%. That's this part that I'm boxing. So I'm going to box where 20% belongs. It's twice as big as 10%. I'm going to use that to create an estimate. So 20% belongs right here on this vertical scale, 20%. And that's going to equate to twice as much as 10%, which is 5. 5 2 times my estimate's 10. The interest of doing this eventually with harder numbers, this estimate's going to be important to get us grounded to an approximate answer. We're going to use an equation to find the solution using algebra. So I'm going to put a variable in here. I'm going to put P for part. All right, so we've got an estimate, 20% is about 10, and then we're going to confirm it using a procedure. So I'm going to cross multiply these quantities to drive an equation. So let's extend this line down, make a mirror line for an equation. Every equation has an equal sign. I'm going to put that right on the mirror line. And here we go. Start with 100 and multiply it by what you have in the box here, which is P. Easy, 100P. To generate the other side, grab the 50, which is 100%, and multiply that times the percentage we're trying to find, which is 20. So it's 20 times 50, or 50 times 20. Same thing. All right. So we could set that problem up to the side. 20 times 50. First row is going to be zeros. We're going to multiply by the 5 tens here, right? All right, 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. And we add this up to get 1,000. That's the product. Quicker way is you could go 2 times 5 is 10. Times 10 times 10, right? Append 2 zeros. And we're going to have 1,000 either way. Equals, just bring this down, 100p. Okay, solve by dividing by 100, because 100 100ths is 1p. Let's do the same thing to 1,000. All right, again, we can simplify this. This is 1p or p. Equals, divide by 10, simplify this fraction. Get that, it's 10. So we're going to put this up here, p equals 10. And we'll notice that that's very similar, if not identical, to what we estimated. So we've solved this. So what is 20% of 50? It is 10. All right, let's do this with less structure. Okay, so we're just going to have the problem here. What is 15% of 50? All right, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to acknowledge that this is the whole, circling that, and unboxing this. Once we've established 100% of the whole, we can draw this tree really easy. It's just going to like this. Here's 100%. And 100% is 50. Let's circle that. All right, now to get up some benchmarks, way down at the bottom here is 0%. That's worth nothing. Right in the middle, 50%. That's half the whole of 50, 25. Okay, another really useful benchmark is 10%. And again, I write 100%. And I move the decimal point in one spot. All right, so we've got a benchmark. We're trying to find 15%, which is going to end up being right about here, right above 10%. And what would my estimate be for this? So 10% is 5. If I doubled it, 20% would be 10, right? We figured that out before. This would be somewhere in between there, between 5 and 10. It's probably going to be about, I'm going to say about 7. Again, this is an estimate. Now let's create an equation to find the true answer and see how it compares to my estimate. All right, I don't know what this part or this percent is, so I'm going to put a P in here. Now let's generate an equation. So I'm going to create this mirror line, get an equation right here. So I'm going to start with either side. I'll go with this side this time. So it's 50 times 15 on this side. There's a mirror line. We're going to put an equal sign here. And let's generate the other side. Notice how we're making a big multiplication sign with what we're doing here as we cross multiply. So I'm going to get 100p on this side. 100 times p, or 100p. Okay, we got to do 50 times 15. We have to multiply by the 110 here. Everything times 10 ends in a 0. Okay, 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. Looks like we're going to get 750. All right, so we'll simplify this as 750 equals 100p. Divide both sides by 100. This simplifies to just p. So I did it. And over here, remember, dividing by 100 is really simple. Just move the decimal point to make the number smaller by 2 decimal places. 1, 2. Okay, looks like 7.50, like $7.50 would be our answer. We put it right back in the chart. And we compare to our estimate. Is 750 similar to 7? Yeah, it's just more accurate. That's my true answer. 15% of 50 is 7 5/10, or 7 50 hundredths, or $7.50.